Ready? Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Jill.
I'm Shawn.
And today we are going to replace our speakers that are in the kick panel by the doors.
Yeah, so what we have here is the original speaker. This isn't bad, considering that the 4-inch speakers were paper. This is actually phenomenally better than the original 4-inch speakers. We don't even have them anymore. We threw them away. Well, there's no reason to ever keep it. These right here aren't bad. They're actually not paper, ironically. They're actually pretty decent. Now, if you can tell, first off, how thick this is. This is actually a 6 3/4 inch mounting area right here. Even though it is relatively a 6-inch speaker, it just has the wider space and also that big flange. Where if you look at this one as a comparison, the speaker is not that much different size-wise. This one right here has a smaller flange, as you can tell, which we'll get into how we're gonna fit this one into this spot. But the biggest difference you can tell is this is a coaxial speaker, the tweeter in the center. This is just the cheapest speaker they could find to throw in the car that you won't complain about too much. Now, obviously, we're gonna upgrade. As far as these speakers, they'll go straight in the trash, or we'll take the magnets out and have fun with just the magnets. Now, the one thing I will tell you is what we're gonna do, they have these right here, and I'll link everything we used to put this system together down below. But this right here is a flange that adapts a 6.5-inch speaker to a 6 3/4 inch location. As you can tell, it's about as thick. And it is as wide. It does fit the same location. Actually, right there. So it does fit. In fact, I've actually built one already and put it in the passenger location. She is gonna build this one, and she'll explain what she's doing.
So we're gonna use the boom mat to put that in there. That way this will take up the space where that is gonna be, or where that was actually. So you want to poke a hole to get the wires through, because you need a place for the wires to come out. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hook up your speakers later on, and that's going to suck.
Now, this was done previously, and why we're doing it again is because the camera we're looking at, the battery went dead and didn't tell us, and half the video is gone. So we're redoing this again. That usually comes as a square. We trimmed it off already to fit around.
Yeah. So this just takes you. I'm going to get really good at doing this. So while you have this already in here, you just want to go ahead and hook it up. Obviously, the big fat side to the big fat plug on there, and vice versa to the skinny part of it.
Now, these right here come pre-wired. We didn't have to build them like we did for the 4-inch ones. It comes pre-wired where it needs to go. You don't have to worry about it too much. It's just, they're really tight, putting them on there. There you go. And then I'll get this side. Yeah, it does push into a click. It's nice about these because
there you go.
It automatically, you know where it goes. So as all speakers, you have a wide spade and a narrow spade, the connectors themselves. Kind of foolproof. Wide goes to wide, narrow goes to narrow, so.
All right, so like this.
Yeah. So before she throws this on there, these right here, there's a lot of different holes we marked the holes that these fit in, like that right there.
It's an auto writer.
And the reason we did that is because you have holes like...
Those that are bigger.
They
slide up
they
and
just
down.
slide in. They're
grab.
for a larger, I think they're for the three position one, just like that one. So we made sure that we have the ones marked, because once you get up this way, these all look the same from underneath, so. Now we went with Pioneer speakers just for the fact that it was a cheap speaker and it matches the 4-inch speakers. I think these were like 35 bucks for a set. The 4-inch speakers I think were about 30, so not too bad. $125 into the, with speakers, we changed them all. Now obviously the boom mat and the base, the plate itself cost a little bit more, but you know, and this will go for whatever speaker you buy. If you buy anything that's a 6.5-inch speaker, this is going to be the same process. It doesn't matter what speaker you put in, unless of course you go with a bigger speaker like a 6 3/4, which will actually fit in there. But I think you're still going to have issues, kinda, by putting a 6.5 or a 6 3/4 inch speaker in there. All I'm doing is helping by compressing the sponge material, the boom mat. What the boom mat does is actually holds the air inside. It doesn't let it go out. Almost the same thing as building a box around it. So this will be actually pretty nice.
So as we said before, well, this came in a set of 2, the boom mount, so they did, right?
Yeah.
So then you just separate them and do your thing, and then you trim the excess all the way around. So this isn't how it comes.
Now if you look at it, now that it's connected, you have the 2 speakers. Pretty much the same distance. This one's a little bit thicker, but shouldn't have a problem. We'll take a look when we actually put the panels on. Now, getting to the panels, getting to the speakers is the biggest trick. The passenger side is not that hard. You just don't want to yank on it. I'll show you where the clips are. That way you don't break anything, and also how the screen comes out. The screen actually comes out a little bit different than you'd think. I wish they would have made it a different way. It should come out the opposite way of the way it is, and I'll explain when we get in there. The driver's side, that actually has probably the most difficult part of taking it off, because there is kind of hidden hardware that you don't really see until you
Remove another panel.
I haven't seen a video yet explain how to get that one off. I actually looked through probably 4 or 5 videos to replace that. I will show you exactly what you need to do to take that off and not damage your panels, not rip it off, and not get so pissed off you just yank everything. Now, replacing the speakers, you are going to have to take out those kick panels, not just the screen itself. And I'll explain when we get out there, that show you kind of how this is, or how this fits in with that kick panel in, because you really can't access the speaker other than this right here, because all this hardware is hidden behind the actual panel itself. Most likely you're not going to be able to take it out, and without damaging this or the panel, we went ahead and just took the panel out completely. So we'll show you out there when we get out there.
So yeah, just be mindful when you start working with your panels. If it's not coming out, there's probably a reason for it.
Yeah, there is hidden hardware.
You know, yanking.
I was very careful when I took it out. I looked at a bunch of pictures and found out that there's hidden hardware. Again, I'll show you, and I'll let her do it, and I'll explain to her how everything comes apart. That way you guys can kind of go along with the way she does. She's never done it before, so I'll explain to her how it comes apart, and that you guys can follow along. So,
Okay.
okay, see you out there.
Bye.
Okay, we're kind of going reverse section for this one. So this panel right here is the one that comes off the passenger side. This is the easiest one because there literally is only 3 clips holding it in. You have these 2 clips and this clip right here. So this clip goes right up here somewhere, goes right there. And these 2 clips go under here. You do have to remove this one, not necessarily remove it, but you have to loosen up this panel so you can slip that part out. And you have to remove this panel right here, which is this. So the one thing you'll have to look at is, let me get my flashlight out real quick and I'll show you guys. Where this goes right here is almost like a, it's not even a clip, it's just a point of where it keeps it from, yeah, like a tab where it keeps it from flying out. Goes right there. If you guys can't see it, let me see if I can get it in there, is that tab right there. So hopefully you guys can see it. I'll put the light up a little bit more. There you go. So that fits into that tab. So as easy as it is, kind of have to have, turn my phone off. Couple hands. Also lift up the carpet. Now I would suggest move the carpet, but yeah, don't need to. There you go. Get there. Get there. Everything's in. Push the tab in. There you go. All this does is clip back into place. There you go. And this piece. Put the right way. Just like the other side, we're gonna have to remove this and we're gonna have to unclip this right here. This right here just pulls up. This right here just pulls out. We're not gonna remove the whole thing because we're not gonna remove all this. We're just gonna remove it enough to actually pull it out of the way. I'm gonna let Jill do that.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, how do you get this off?
Pull on it like that. There you go. That's it. That's as far as you go with it. Now on this, let me show you real quick. Go around the other side.
Should I take this floor mat out?
Yeah, you can take the floor mat out. Yeah, you're gonna have to because you got to get it out of the way. Now the first thing I'm gonna tell you right now. See the dead pedal right there?
Yeah.
See that panel that has the line around it on the dead pedal where your foot actually sits?
Yeah.
Put your finger on it. That panel right there, see the black line all the way around it?
Yeah.
That comes out. Huh. Now,
okay.
There you go.
Why is the third brake pedal in the way?
Second brake pedal.
Or second brake pedal.
Yeah, it has 2 brake pedals, sorry. It's one of those unique ones.
Yeah, well, it's in the way.
So for those who know,
nice.
There's 4 tabs or 6 tabs that actually come out. So obviously they all go straight out. So when you pull it, you pull straight out. Don't try to yank it or turn it or twist it or anything like that. Just they go straight out. Now underneath that, there is 2 screws. So you got a screw right there and go up a little bit further. I don't know if you can see it. A screw in that little hole right there. So the one right above it.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep pulling sockets until we get one.
Yep. 10 millimeter.
It is.
Yep, 10 millimeter.
Yep.
So you'll take out these 2 and then it's almost the same as the other side. Just pull, there's a couple tabs. These is This is the one that's kind of a pain in the butt to find if you didn't know what you were looking for. You'll have to pull them completely out.
5 hours later.
It's a long thread, I'll tell you that much. And it's a nylon nut, so it's not like it just free spins after that. Don't worry about it. It'll pop off.
All right, now what?
Now, pull up on the bottom. Because there's 2 tabs that are under that. So grab up this way and pull up. There you go.
Okay.
And there's 1 tab at the top. No, hey, it goes straight back towards you like that. There you go. Now you should be able to pull the whole thing out. So there you go. The only thing different between...
Okay, there's a nut in there.
In my hand, right there. So the only thing different between that one on this side and this one are these 2 nuts right here, the studs that go underneath this. So with that, we'll pull this out, we'll put it in the other speaker and go from there.
You're a little tiny dude. You are, what are you? 7 millimeter.
So there are 3 7mm nuts or bolts that go on there. And the clip, the speaker clip or whatever. So door speakers are so much easier.
Yeah, no kidding.
The kick panel speakers suck really bad.
Oh. If our doors weren't removable, they'd probably be in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they're in the kick panel.
So there's a tab on the inside of that right there. This right here, you'll have to push in to actually get it out. You can
show 'em?
So what you're gonna have to do is that little tab that's right there, I push that in to be able to get it out. You can do it from this, I believe, but yeah, I haven't been able to do it. So that little tab that sticks up right there, as you can tell, it actually will push the whole thing in and release it from this little groove that you see right there. So with that, you got the speaker out.
Yeah.
Now, to put all the speakers back in. Let's go get it.
Hang on, guys. I'll be over there in a second.
Yeah. Now, I won't put it in. I'll let her put it in. The one thing I will suggest to her is you have a little spot right here that is open. So as you can see, my finger goes through that. When you go to put this in, obviously you can't pinch the wires. You're gonna have to feed that through the bottom of that. So once you get it in there, you can pull this out a little bit and get the wire out.
Okay.
You are gonna have to make sure that you, when you put it together, you make sure that that is at the bottom. If you go put it at the top, guess what?
Yeah.
You're never gonna get it out. So put it at the bottom, just like that. Put it in there, and then there you go.
Okay.
So
I think I can do that. I like our brake pedals and clutch pedals. They look like tire treads. Never noticed that.
what?
The brake pedal and the clutch, they look like tire treads.
Oh,
The stupid things I noticed.
better grip.
Better grip.
Do you need a pad? I don't mean that pad.
No, I just need new knees, that's all. Thank you, baby.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
To do crap I can't.
No, because I'm used to working in blind spots with jet engines I worked, so it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, go.
Okay, before we continue, I went ahead and pulled it out. I hooked up the wire first and then I put it back together. That way at least I had it at the bottom, and then I rotated it so the wire actually comes out right here. So when you're putting these together, be aware of where that wire comes out, whether you're gonna have to connect the connector, which is actually under here now, or you can put this in and grab the connector underneath. The connector, no matter which way I put it, whether it be up here or up here, made it difficult to actually get the connection down enough to where I could clip it in. So be aware of that when you assemble this thing right here. I'm gonna let Jill finish it up and we'll go from there. And before we go any further putting all the panels back on, we do want to make sure that everything works, that it's wired in correctly, just to verify everything's good before we actually close it completely up.
Ah, I guess it's in. Because it slipped.
Tight?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. We'll cut the sound out. Okay, so now we can put all the panels back on. Yay! We have both those nuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're right there. So, first piece, in reverse order, is this. So with this, you don't have to worry about the alignment in the very back because you have the two studs that go on.
Get your daily dose of cuteness.
Puppy vlog.
Diesel's like 100% vitamin cute.
Vitamin cute?
Yep. Vitamin cute.
That right there goes on the inside. That goes against the seat. So, okay. So, let me put this in and see, because we might have to trim these panels.
So to trim it, you're just going to use regular pairs of scissors. It's really super soft plastic.
Yeah, it's super soft. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be like, you don't need clippers. You don't need any kind of, power cutting tools or anything like that. A simple pair of scissors will actually cut this stuff pretty well.
Yeah, because I was wondering how you were going to cut it, and all of a sudden you just whipped out scissors and started cutting. I'm like,
It's
oh.
real soft. Like I said, it's really, really soft. Yeah, right there.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. So trim it. It's still a little bit tight. Okay, we're back with Diesel. Diesel said we did a good job, so I'm thinking that's good. Now, we did a 6.5-inch speaker change in the lower portion. My suggestion is try to find the 6 3/4 that actually fits. It'll be a little bit easier. Also, you don't have to worry about all the other stuff, trimming the speakers, the grills themselves. It wasn't hard. You were able to do it with a pair of scissors. They fit just fine now. Depending on what speaker you have, depending on how thick it is, it's something you're gonna have to look into. Also, with the speakers that we changed, we also installed a couple bass blockers in the 4-inch speakers in the front. We didn't do them in the rear, didn't find them necessary. But the fact that your speakers up top, your 4-inch speakers, were trying to battle with sound for the bottom, they started to distort very quickly. with those base blockers, it actually helped 100%. Made it so you could turn it up a little bit louder, and those
And sound
eliminate
good.
it eliminates the distortion afterwards.
If you can splice wires, you can put those in.
They're real simple to install.
Easy.
Inline base blockers, you don't have to solder nothing unless you want to solder something. Just get a couple connections, splice either side, hook them into the regular speaker wire, and you're good. On the power side, positive side of the speaker. Now, as far as that, it actually was fairly easy. The hardest thing was for us, not you guys, since you guys have the video of how to take off the panel that's on the driver's side. That was probably the hardest part to figure out how to take that out, because we couldn't find a video that actually told you how to take it out. It was just, it's already out and that's it. They didn't tell you what hardware was there. They didn't tell you if it was a press fit or nut or screw or whatever.
But see, this is why it's important to subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss helpful tips like this.
Plus our charming personality.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to show you stuff that nobody else does.
Nobody else tears apart their Bronco like we do on a weekly basis, so we have no problem tearing apart this Bronco. When the Badlands comes, you'll be really surprised what we tear apart that car, because we're gutting that car completely. Stay tuned for that. That'll be interesting, and it'll be a surprise for why we're doing it. So anyways, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you find this interesting and helpful, especially for the taking off the panels and wiring it up, please, leave a comment down below.
You can also message us on Instagram at 151garage, or you can check out our website at www.151garage.com.
Pretty simple. Anyways, all the links are down below for everything we've used, and also the base blockers I'll link down below as well, and we'll put in all our stuff for Instagram, Twitter, and our new webpage. Actually, we're trying to put a lot of photos and a lot of information that we want to make sure that people can access at all times and not have disappear from other websites. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Bye.
Bye.